We have Xavier Wulf's BMW M3. Moving on to another BMW that Xavier Wulf owns. One of my favorite cars at this booth, where I now present to you Xavier Wulf's brand new Nissan 240 SX. Alright, starting off with our first car, we have Xavier Wulf's BMW M3, which when he says, got the F80 just to add it to the whip, this is the car that he is talking about. And this BMW M3 F80 is just absolutely amazing, and it's just super clean. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, starting off with the front bumper, we have a carbon front splitter that is stacked on top of another carbon front splitter on the front bumper. And as we move on to the front bumper, we can see it is black, which is paint matched to the rest of the front end of the car, along with the little vinyl stripes on the side because of his livery, the M3 badge with those beautiful black BMW grills, the custom black and white BMW badge, absolutely beautiful headlights, super clean headlights. It's just absolutely clean headlights. And as we move on to the hood, we have that beautiful stock BMW M3 hood in that beautiful paint matched black color. Just a super clean front end. Now moving on to the rims, we have these beautiful 3-piece rotiform rims with his brand new Xavier Wulf air caps on the rims as well, which these are just super clean. And as we follow the side of this car, look at his amazing livery. Just super clean livery, I have to say for myself. I say he did an amazing job with that livery, along with a carbon side skirt along the side with a matching set of these absolutely beautiful rotiform rims with his valve stem cap on the rim as well. And just look at that fitment. Absolutely insane fitment, and just super clean rims on this BMW. Alright, now moving on to the rear end of this car, we have an absolutely beautiful carbon rear diffuser in the rear with those absolutely beautiful quad tip exhaust pipes out the rear as well. And as we look at his rear bumper, we can see it is white. But you may be questioning, why is his front bumper white? Why is his front bumper black and his rear bumper white? Well, because if you look at his livery, it changes from black to white towards the rear. Just absolutely insane color choice in this livery. Just super clean. And as we now move on to the trunk lid, we can see that he has the Carbon Gang wing on the trunk lid, which this wing is just super clean, along with the beautiful livery matched trunk on the rear. As you can see, more of the beautiful wing, and these taillights are just absolutely amazing. Beautiful taillights. There's the M3 badge on the back, as we can see. Just a super clean rear end and an absolutely clean BMW. Now moving on to another BMW that Xavier Wulf owns. This is his Pandem BMW E46 hardtop, which just look at this thing. It is just a beautiful color, beautiful set of rims. I can't name a more beautiful E46 ever. Just look at it. So let's get into this one. Now starting off with the front bumper, as we can see, we have a carbon front lip along the bottom of the front bumper right there. As you can see, just super clean front lip, along with the front bumper being paint matched to the rest of the car. Front mount intercooler there, as you can see, along with the beautiful carbon fiber grills of this BMW E46. Super clean grill. There's the BMW badge there, along with these beautiful headlights.
super clean headlights there all the way on this car, along with the absolutely beautiful stock hood with that paint matched with the vent in the front of the hood there, which this front end is just super clean. Now moving on to the rims, we have these beautiful white rims, again with his valve stem caps on there as well. And as we follow the side of this car all the way to the rear, we have a matching set of these super clean white rims, yet again with his valve stem caps. And just look at that fitment, super clean fitment, super clean wheels, and just an absolutely beautiful Pandem E46. Now moving on to the rear end, we have that super clean paint matched rear bumper, along with the beautiful carbon fiber rear diffuser with the quad tip exhaust there, as you can see, along with these beautiful BMW E46 taillights on both sides of the car with the M3 badge. Yes, this is a BMW E46 M3. He's also got a Hollow Squad license plate frame with the beautiful BMW badge, along with a molded in ducktail on the trunk lid right there, as you can see, molded in ducktail that is paint matched to the rest of the car, which this rear end and this BMW is super clean. I present to you Xavier Wulf's brand new Nissan 240 SX that he did unveil at this event. Just look at this thing. Just look at how clean it is. Super clean livery. Just super clean kit. That 326 wing is absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to get into this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this absolutely beautiful 92 Nissan 240 SX. Now moving on to the front bumper, we have a livery and paint matched white front bumper, along with these absolutely super clean pop-up headlights. And as we move on to the pop-up light head covers, we can see the matching livery and sponsors on the front headlights there, which is super clean. And as we move on to the hood, we have all more sponsors on the hood, up and down and on the middle of that hood, which this livery on this hood is just absolutely amazing. And this front end of this 240 is just super clean. Now moving on to these super clean rims, we have these beautiful white rims with pink lug nuts and wheelward brakes. And as we go along the side of this car with that beautiful livery on it, we have a matching set of these super clean rims with pink lug nuts yet again, which just look at the fitment. This is just a super clean wheel setup. Now moving on to the interior, we have NRG Prisma black seats with a DND steering wheel right there in the center, with the turn signals, horn button, all that, sequential shift knob with the hydro e-brake there, beautiful black dashboard, center console delete. Still have the door cards though, with the black roll cage all throughout this 240, which is just super clean. And the most interesting thing about this car is that if we go down to the floor mat area, yeah, look at that. The floor mats are like raised, which is just super weird. I have never seen that ever before, but that interior is just super clean. Now moving on to the rear end of this car, we have a beautiful paint matched white bumper, just super clean with the livery match on it. Beautiful taillights with the carbon Kevlar middle part down the middle there, as we can see, with the APF 13 into the taillight with the big single exit exhaust right there, which just super clean, along with this beautiful black 326 wing on the back of his car, which is just an absolutely beautiful wing in my opinion. I love the 326 wings. Along with in the back, we see the fuel cell tube that is in the back of the car, along with a monochrome strut bar in the back of the car, along with the beautiful roof spoiler in white, which when I saw the video has brake lights up in the roof as well. And a lot on the side of the car, he has plexiglass windows, but the rear window is glass itself. Yes, that window right there is glass, but the two side windows are plexiglass, which is just super, super insane, and just a super, super clean S240. Now moving on to the engine bay, we have a beautiful SR20 turbo with all the monochrome exhaust, all the monochrome piping work there, strut bar in the engine bay. The engine bay is black, paint matched to the rest of the car throughout the chassis and the interior, which just an absolutely beautiful engine bay, absolutely beautiful SR20, and that's a big turbo. Alright, now moving on to one of my favorite cars at this booth. No, this is not Xavier Wulf's car. We have covered his 3, which were absolutely amazing. But this one happens to be a customer car of AA Autosports. And this is a beautiful Nissan 400R. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now starting off with the rear bumper, we have this absolutely beautiful paint matched rear bumper to the rest of the car with that big single exit exhaust there. And it has 400R on the exhaust tip, which is super clean. Now moving on to the taillights, we have carbon, more carbon, and more carbon all along the taillight pieces with the beautiful 400R badge and the Nissan badge. Now moving on to the rear wing, we have a carbon end cap with 400R on it, carbon middle part of the wing, and as we move on to the other end cap, that is carbon indeed with the 400R print on the end as well, which is just super clean, along with the silver wing stands that are molded onto the back of the trunk with the antenna delete kit there, as we can see, which this rear end of this GTR is just super clean. Now moving on to the front end, we have a silver front lip, it seems to be, along the front bumper of this car, which the actual front bumper itself is paint matched to the rest of the car with those beautiful headlights on both sides of the car. Just absolutely beautiful headlights with the beautiful 400R badge in the middle of that beautiful silver grille, which this front end, and look at the hood, absolutely beautiful front end, absolutely beautiful hood with the hood vents in it, more hood vents in the hood, and just absolutely beautiful job keeping this car in mint condition. Now moving on to my favorite rims ever, the Ray's Nismo LM 3-piece rims. These rims are not actually held together by screws, they are welded together, as that is how they used to do 3-piece rims back in the day. They used to weld all the pieces of the rims together, which is just super cool in my opinion, because now we have advanced into actually screwing all the parts of the rims together. But absolutely beautiful white rims, the 400R sticker on the side of that car, just absolutely beautiful car. Now moving on to another favorite of mine at the booth, this beautiful bagged and boosted Mitsubishi Evo 9, and just look at that, just beautiful car, absolutely beautiful wide body, beautiful carbon pieces everywhere, and those side skirts just look insane. But before I ruin the rest of the car for you, let's go ahead and get into more detail. Now starting off with the front bumper, we have a beautiful carbon on carbon front splitter there, as you can see, with more carbon on top of that, and the 2 carbon front canards on top of the front bumper and on both sides of the front bumper, along with the beautiful paint matched front bumper to the rest of the car with these absolutely beautiful headlights on both sides of the car. And there you can see there's the air intake for the turbo right there in the headlight, which is super cool, along with the beautiful Mitsubishi emblem with the black grille, along with the beautiful carbon fiber hood with those hood pins and the giant hood exhaust through the hood. And if we take a peek into the hood, there's the big turbo, which is just absolutely massive, and this front end is just super clean. Now moving on to the rims, we have these beautiful silver and bronze rims on Nitto tires with the beautiful Brembo brakes, oil slick bolts, and just absolutely beautiful fitment again on Nitto tires. And if we follow this all the way to the back, look at how insane this side skirt is. Absolutely massive side skirt. Just look at it. It's absolutely insane how big and massive this thing is. That is so cool. Just a super cool side skirt. Look, there's even a middle part down the side, which is absolutely insane. And as we move on to the rear with the over fenders, we have this beautiful unmatching set of these beautiful rims with the same components as the front did, again on Nitto tires. And look at how tight that fitment is. That is just absolutely beautiful fitment and absolutely beautiful rims. Now moving on to the rear end of this car, we have a beautiful black rear diffuser. And as we move along the rear diffuser, you may see a giant monochrome exhaust tip through the rear. And as well on the rear bumper, you might see some childhood friends of yours as we move on to the beautiful paint-matched rear bumper. And as you can see on the wing, where there is chassis mounts, we have Buzz and Woody from Toy Story, along with Sally and Slinky Dog on the back as well, which is just a super cool touch to this car, along with these absolutely beautiful taillights on both sides of the car there, along with the beautiful carbon fiber trunk with the molded carbon fiber ducktail on the trunk wing, which is absolutely clean, along with the Navy American flag there on the back of this trunk, which this car is just super clean. Alright, now excuse me on this one. As you can see, the Lamborghini is parked right up against this beautiful BMW M2, but this car is just super clean, bagged with a livery, and I cannot wait to get into this beautiful BMW M2. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this beautiful BMW. Starting off with the front bumper, we have a carbon front splitter all the way around the front bumper of this car, with the front bumper having the little livery stripes on both sides, with the beautiful pink paint match front bumper, with the beautiful black grills. There's the M2 badge and a custom pink and white BMW badge on the front end as well, along with the beautiful stock M2 BMW hood that is paint matched to the rest of the car. And on the headlights, we have a bit of wrap on the top of the headlights, which is super clean as well. And this front end is just super clean. Now moving on to the rims, we have these absolutely beautiful black stock BMW rims with the custom BMW center cap there. And as we move on to the back, we have a carbon side skirt all the way along the side of this car, and we have to move around the Lamborghini Huracan to get to the other side of this car. But there you can see the beautiful livery along the carbon fiber side skirt with that giant triangle area right there, with the beautiful set of stock BMW rims with the custom center caps, which is just an absolutely beautiful choice of rims. And this wrap just looks super clean, fading from pink to black in the rear. Just super clean wrap, along with the pink roof, and these rims are just super clean. Now moving on to the rear end of this car, we have a black rear bumper with a carbon diffuser on the bottom there, with the quad tip exhaust pipes as well. There's the two exhaust pipes on the back of this M2. And as we move up, we have the Tuner Evo SoCal exclusive Hollow Squad license plate cover on the back, with the beautiful white and pink BMW badge with a carbon fiber ducktail on the trunk as well. Super clean. And there is the M2 badge on the back of this beautiful BMW. Again, with these absolutely beautiful full red taillights on this BMW M2. And this wrap and this BMW are just super clean. Alright guys, thank you for watching to the end. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment your favorite car of this video, and I'll see you guys in the